Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of Dune, A Whisper of Caladan Seas, number 1, by Boom Studios. This is a book that takes place in the world of Dune, if you're familiar with the books or the recent movie. And we'll be focusing on one of the main characters from that movie. So I won't go into any spoilers for the movie or anything. I think if you're one of the people that has read or watched Dune, you kind of know what's going on, and that's why you're kind of attracted to these comics. Overall, I've only really seen the movies. I've never watched. No, actually, I've only seen the movie. I've never watched the old movies or any of the TV series or anything like that. I've also never really read the books by Frank Herbert. But speaking of creators, let's take a look at the creators for this one. And here on the page, we see a few of the variants. I really like the variants here, but I specifically love the main cover, which is the bigger one here with the blue flames. So I think that's what I'll be picking up. This is a one-shot story, so it's a little oversized, but it is definitely worth the story. So this book is written by Brian Herbert, who's Frank Herbert's son, and Kevin J. Anderson, illustrated and colored by Jakub, Rebelka, and letter by Dukeshire, with the cover by Jeff Decal. That's the main cover that I put on here. So in the story, we if you're familiar with the story of Dune, it's about the war and everything that's going on in Arrakis. So during the chaos of the legendary Battle of Arrakeen, a group of Atreides soldiers get caved in. So while Paul meets his destiny in battle, Sergeant Vitt uses his family's gift of storytelling as a jongleur to transport his men from their tomb in their homeworld of Caladan. From their tomb to their homeworld of Caladan. Apologize for that. Can Vitt mentally transport them back to the lushness and vast oceans of Caladan and give them the gift of hope in the darkness? And listen, that was this world. Let's look at some art, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So, if you're familiar with Dune, then you know this Battle of Arrakeen, which, once again, these books are really good at telling you when things are happening. Here with those are the narration bubbles that I don't mind seeing, because they lead you into what's going on, right? You need some setup, specifically for new readers, specifically for somebody that may want to become familiar with Dune that is not familiar now. But I love the colors here, like the style. I think Rebelka really, their style really fits this war-torn world, um, and the premise of the storytelling, like the book really utilizes the art style and the coloring to contrast that. Let's go into the next page here. So this is a double spread where we see the mystery of war. We see the Harkonnen soldiers arriving, and like the horrors of war, really. Specifically, this like when you see the generals, which are highlighted here on this next one. I love the way the design of the machines and the vehicles, and then just the uniforms. Like, it really lets you know very quickly who are the good guys, who are the bad guys, who you should be rooting for. So it's all very good. Like, the color coding here is very good. So, and then we hear throughout the stuff, we hear the narration from Vitt as the storyteller. So we'll get a few more pages, and then we'll wrap up the review. But here we see them trapped in the caves. Vitt is the storytelling, and it really, as you saw on the cover, specifically some of the variants. Like, I don't have any pages to show you the contrast from these dark, grim pages to the lush worlds of the story of Caladan, that Vitt, as Vitt tells his troops a story. But I think it's just a really cool premise of, like, in the middle of war, as his nephew's dying, using your gift to uplift your troops. I think that's just a really interesting trope, and it's used very effectively here in the story. So if you're a true Dune completionist, I know you'll be picking this up. If you're somebody that just kind of dabbles like me, I think this is the perfect type of book because you don't have to invest a lot of time. It's just a nice reach into the world where you can learn a little bit more Specifically, I didn't even know the Jongleur talent was a thing. I don't think that was something that, if it was mentioned in the movie, I don't think I might have missed it. So I love the little touches like that that just kind of build the world of Dune in between, like, when the movies come out or when I'm reading the series. Because I am reading House of Atreides, I'm just a little behind. But that's a prequel book, anyways. So yeah, like I said, although I'm not the biggest Dune fan, I'm always here for just these little one shots that expand on the world. So let me know what you thought of the book if you read it. Let me know what other Dune comics I should read if you're reading them. I think Boom's doing a great job adapting those things to the screen. And thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. We are on our way to 500 subscribers so we can unlock our community tab. So we would, if you're stopping by in the channel for the first time, we would very much appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comment button, all the buttons that you have down there. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.